Did it work? Wait a second. Where's me? Oh, here I am. Okay, why does it do that? I don't understand. Hello, everyone. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it takes a second for me to load sometimes. I don't know. I'll never figure out everything. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Sorry I had to cancel stream last week. I had a bunch of stuff come up. It was my busy week at work. I have one busy week a month. And sometimes, man, that week really beats me down. But it's okay, you know? Hi, there's the barista we love. Hello, how's it going? Welcome in. I hope you had a good weekend. It's cold where I'm at. It's getting real cold. Finally, though, we're getting some good snow. I went snowboarding the other day, and I fell because right now, since we've been getting a lot of snow, it's really powdery. So I fall, and it's like you fall into a foot of powder. It doesn't even hurt. So I'll be trying everything. I'm trying 180s. I'm not landing anything, I'll tell you that. But man, it's fun to at least try it. And sometimes it hurts, but it's fine. Just wear a helmet. Hi Mario, how's it going? Welcome in. I hope you had a good weekend. Can you guys tell the difference? I'm using a new microphone right now. I should be opening up Ace Attorney while I'm talking because I don't have it open. I'm using a new microphone. I made a short about it. Speaking of snowboarding, I made fan art of you snowboarding. Oh my gosh. I don't have a fan art tag. I would love to see it. Do you have Twitter? Should we make a tag? Okay, do we have to make a tag? If you don't know, in VTuber culture, there's art tags, and you tweet your art through an art tag. It's on Instagram I tagged you. Oh, I'll have to look. Thank you. Did you use a tag? What tag did you use? That's very kind. I appreciate that. That's very kind. When I first started, there was someone in here, and their idea was barista. I thought that was pretty good. I can't remember. I'll have to go back. I think I still have the chat logs. I can't remember who it was that recommended it. But maybe barista? I don't know. But that's very kind. I'll check it out after the stream. Thank you. I didn't use a tag. I have no experience with VTuber culture. That's okay. I'm still excited to see it. It's very kind. But yeah, it was fun because anything I could try anything I wanted, it felt like, and I would just fall into a foot of powder and it wouldn't hurt, except a couple of them hurt a little bit, but it was fun. But yeah, I'm using a new microphone. I actually, before stream, I had been working on, I know what song I'm gonna do for my cover song now, which I'm very excited about. And I have been tweaking around, not like actually seriously recording, but just right now I'm playing around in Audacity. I don't know if that's the audio program that I'm gonna use, but just getting familiar with like compressing and stuff. And I probably worked on it for like 2 hours. Absolutely nothing to show for it, but it is really fun to have my track of like when I first started, I knew nothing, and then even like the 2 hours of learning that I did, I can already tell a difference. So hopefully by the time April rolls around, or maybe sooner depending on how quick I can learn everything, it'll sound a lot better. Congrats on the new mic. Thank you. Does it sound any different? I don't think it sounds different right now. I think I have to play with a bunch of different settings until I can get it to sound the way I want it to sound. Right now it sounds pretty much the same. But thank you. Yeah, it's very nice. I like having it. It's got a boom arm. I even got a pop filter on. Pop filter, which is supposed to like soften your P's and your T's and stuff so they don't pop the mic. I'd recommend GarageBand if you have access to iOS for cover recording. Okay, I do have GarageBand. Here's the problem though with GarageBand for me. I have a couple of options. I do have a newer iPad, and I could do it on my iPhone. Ideally, I would love to do it on a computer, but my Mac is from 2016. Now, shout out to that 2016 Mac, because that thing does everything I needed to do still to this day, which is crazy to think about. That's what I write on, is mainly my Mac. For Windows, I just pirated Studio. I see nothing. But today we're playing Ace Attorney, and then I don't know if you saw my schedule announcement, but Meep and I will be having a collab on Thursday. We're gonna push it an hour to 8 p.m. But yeah, Meep and I will be having our first collab. You guys have met Meep, or some of you have met Meep in chat at least. She is my IRL friend and my one sole moderator. And now you're gonna see her on stream for the first time, which is gonna be really exciting. Very excited. We're playing. Oh man, I always forget what it's called. Keep talking and nobody dies. Hang on. What's it called? It's called. Keep talking and nobody explodes. That's what it is. Keep talking and nobody explodes. It's a bomb defusal game. So essentially, one of us has the bomb in front of us and the other has an instruction manual. And the person with the instruction manual doesn't see the bomb, and the person with the bomb doesn't see the instruction manual, and the person with the instruction manual has to help you defuse the bomb. It's really fun. I've seen some other people play it, and actually Meep and I have played it off stream quite a bit. We're not very good, but it's very fun. It's a hard game. I don't know how you're supposed to clear some of the levels. It's 3 a.m. where I am, so I probably won't make it. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Wait, what are you doing up at 3 a.m.? I mean, don't get me wrong. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it, but 3 a.m.? Isn't that like when Freddy Fazbear comes out? Isn't 3 a.m. That's the horror YouTube classic, right? Don't do this at 3 a.m. Am I making this up? Maybe I am. Ooh, my coffee's really good. Just black coffee today, nothing fancy. I had enough sugar. Ooh, that's yummy though. Alright, I'm booting Ace Attorney, hang on. This is a good background track. What is this? Oh, this is 2 p.m. by Ludwig and Schlatt's Musical Emporium. Thank you, Ludwig and Schlatt. Very cool. Do I not have the music on? I can't remember. On Ace Attorney. Maybe? No, I don't. I muted it. Wait a second. How do I get to my... There we go. There we go. Can you hear the music okay? I can never tell. They changed a lot of the audio stuff when I updated the game. Not for the FNAF reference. Okay, so I'm not crazy. This is real. 3 a.m. is real. Just catching up on some crochet commissions. Oh, get out. You know, I used to work with someone who crocheted, and on my last day, she crocheted me a Hatsune Miku plush that I keep by my desk to this day. Crocheting is really cool. I tried to... My mom's been looking for hobbies, so what's it? I think it's called Woobles. I got her a Woobles cinnamon roll so she could try. I don't think she ever did it, but... Yeah, I tried to get her into crocheting. I like Woobles. That's about as much as I know about crocheting. That looks hard. Crocheting seems really hard. I'm crocheting a mini Miku plush right now. Get out! That's awesome. That's a crazy coincidence. Yeah, crocheting's cool. That's a really sweet skill. Do you follow a guide or do you just go with the flow? Bum, bum. I do realize that hang on, please hold. I have the wrong microphone in the input. Please hold. Testing, testing. Oh, this is much better. Yeah? Yeah, this works. I forgot that I have all my old settings still on. And I need to get better about labeling my stuff. Cuz this is just chatting too with the new mic, but with the old mic it's just chatting. Yeah, you can't hear the microphone on that one. So I should just delete it, but for some reason I keep it in there. Okay, good. I'm glad this is better. Okay, we're back in business. But I will run through where we were last time. This is the guy that we are defending. He's what, the world's best magician? This is the daughter of the victim, the daughter of the man that was killed, who doesn't seem that bothered that her father was killed. So I don't know what she wants, but she doesn't seem that bothered by it. But maybe that's just her coping mechanism. This is the man that was killed, Russell Berry. Obviously, Gumshoe. This, I believe, is who we're going up against. We're going to go up against Von Karma again. Mo works at the circus. He was a friend of Russell. And Ben here is a ventriloquist, and I don't fuck with Ben. He weirds me out. This is the first time I'm actually seeing Ace Attorney gameplay, so feel free to over-explain. Okay, well then I'll tell you right now, you might not be here at the best time. Because what I hear, and again, I've never played through this game, but what I hear is that this is one of the worst cases in the Ace Attorney franchise. So, like I said, it's still going to be entertaining, but with that said, don't judge the entirety of the franchise on this one case. Because I hear it's just, like, not great. But I think we can still make it fun. But I think that apparently it gives some good insight into future cases, which we can still take. But yeah, I don't really fuck with Ben or Trillo, his puppet. They're a little odd. They're a little strange. We can learn more about him. Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben? This is Maya. Maya is our partner in crime. We're partner in attorneying. She works at our office. Ben? You mean the guy that's always hanging around with Trillo? This girl doesn't seem very smart. I think she actually thinks that the ventriloquist puppet is a different person. What do you mean, hanging around? Well, he was there when Trillo told me that he was in love with me. Yeah, you're starting to get the sense of where this case is going, right? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Don't think about it too hard. Trillo told you he was in love with you, huh? Kinda cute, don't you think? Not in the slightest. Nope. He's so smart and he's such a wonderful singer. But what about Ben? What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with me loving Trillo. Okay. Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of the circus. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you? Proposed to? No, that won't be for a while. Really? That's strange, isn't it? Yeah, Max and Trillo both said otherwise. They said they asked for your hand in marriage. But Max only talked to the ringmaster about it. That's true. Forgot about that. He asked the ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly, and I guess Trillo then proposed directly, right? He's going to... Oh, no, we shouldn't have said anything. Oh, no. No. No, Regina, trust me when I tell you, no, you don't want that. Who do you think I should go for? Neither. I'm going to be so real with you, Regina. I don't think you should go for either. Wait, you do realize that Trillo is a puppet, right? I don't care that he's a bit stiff. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, boy. Okay. What was our goal here? I can't remember. I'm just going to start presenting things. Want me to tell you? But you have to keep it secret. So here's how it works. Oh, we're not actually going to learn how he flies through the sky, huh? What the heck? Sorry, we tricked you, Nick. Well, that's just rude. Okay. I think we can probably get around with moving a bit more, right? I'm going to explore all of the different places and, yep, see if we can trigger a cutscene. That's what I'm talking about. December 28th, Lodging House Plaza. Huh? Detective Gumshoe took off already. Yeah, probably because we ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops got lonely and headed back to the precinct. Okay, so nothing there, but maybe in Mo's room? Yeah! Oh my, if it isn't Mr. Right all the time. It's alright to be wrong every now and then, right? Wait a second, I made that joke in the last stream and Mo made fun of me. That's not fair. See, Nick, it just took a while for the joke to find its audience. This was my joke! I made the joke! What do you mean? So what can I do for you? Did you remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair, or maybe just pull my finger and let me have it. We're going to get the same sound effect either way, aren't we? How do you know I put a whoopee cushion on the chair? Oh, Mo, you prankster. The fact is, I mean, I'll tell you right now, Mo here is the #1 most normal person probably we've met in this case, which is saying a lot. You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you? Oh, Mo, you funny guy, you. Oh, Mo, what you got for me? So about Regina. Regina's such a pure, innocent child. She's such a cutie, too. She was born and raised in the circus, you know. But that means she doesn't really know much about the world outside the big top. Sounds like Pearly. It does kind of sound like Pearl, doesn't it? For her, every child's dream of the circus is her everyday reality. She lives in a dream world. She sees dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very funny clown every day. Who's the funny clown, Mo? There's a funny clown? I didn't know about it. The funny thing is, that all seems normal to her because it's her everyday life. Guess that explains why she thinks she can marry a ventriloquist puppet. Yeah, that's a good point. But I don't know if even that really explains that, but that's fine. Don't ask me if her reality is a good thing or a bad thing, though. A clown sees life simply, without complications. Have you ever heard of a monkey named Money? That's right. Didn't this monkey steal something from us? I can't remember what he stole, but he did steal something from us. Ah, yes, money. He stole, yep, our attorney's badge. That's what it was. Well, Money does love shiny objects. Makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under no circumstances can you chase after him. And why's that? Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved in any monkey business, right? Ha ha! Ba-dum. Exactly, bravo. Good one, Maya. I really wish that I could get the same support from you on my jokes, but alas, we'll get there. Enough joking around, though. I've been saying that. Money isn't considered a member of Regina's family. Then who does he belong to? I'll be happy to take you to where his owner is staying. You mean right now? Of course. Shall we go? Should we go with him now or wait a little? No, we'll go. I need my attorney's badge back. We have a job to do. And something tells me even though Von Karma is allowed in the attorney's room with a whip, I don't think we'll be allowed in if we don't have our badge. This is it. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I can't breathe. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Listen, if they're anything like the stairs in my house, which are steep, I get out of breath when I'm at the top of my stairs. And I go to the gym like 4 times a week. And I'm out of breath at the top of my stairs. That is not always indicative of how in shape you are. Anyways, this is the place. Acro's room. Acro? He's an acrobat. No kidding. That's a big pile of junk over in the corner. I don't think it'd be wrong to assume that that Phoenix's stuff is over there too. Is this all stuff that Money stole? How did he steal a trombone? Is that a trombone? I think that's a trombone. Just be careful to make sure you've got the right stuff. Thanks, Mo. See you later. Money the monkey added to the court record. Okay, we're probably going to have to use him in court then, aren't we? A monkey who takes care of Acro habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. Something tells me the fact that we haven't met Acro yet means he's going to come into play after day 1 of the trial. I could be wrong. There's a fork and a mirror. Everything's shiny. There's even a really cheap looking knockoff wristwatch. Look at this. It's a trophy, and it's really heavy. Hey, there we go. We got our badge back. Attorney's badge returned to its rightful spot on lapel? Lapel? Am I supposed to know that word? I'm going to call it lapel. You really saved me. Uh-huh. What's the matter? Did you find something? Yeah, check this out. It's a ring. There's something engraved on it. From T to R. This is from Trillo to Regina, isn't it? Ring put in pocket. A cheap ring with an eerie sparkle from T to R is engraved on it. Interesting. Wait, that's it? Oh, I thought it was taking us to court right from there. Oh, it pretty much is. I think it's about time we wrap up our investigation. You think we'll win in court tomorrow? Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out. I'm guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow. Lucky us. Mo and maybe the puppet. Dude, if I have to interview the puppet, I might lose my mind. I can handle a parrot. I can interview the parrot. If I have to cross-examine the puppet, I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we've still got a magician on our side. Me, right? When I work my magic? Or, oh, she's probably talking about Maximilian Galactica. I feel like the need to remind her that he's our defendant, though. That's good, because we might need some magic tomorrow. Now we're going to the courtroom. Awesome. I say it all the time, I think the courtroom is where Ace Attorney shines. You know, the investigations are fun and all, but man, you really start to feel like, at least me, I start to feel really smart when I'm in the courtroom. Like I'm piecing all the puzzle pieces together. December 29th, 9:43 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. Huh? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. He's on trial for murder, after all. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. If you're talking about fly into the courtroom, no, I think that's a terrible idea. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. Bad idea. Trust me when I tell you, Max, this crowd gets worked up at just about anything. You don't have to do much. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. That's a good point, Phoenix. That's a really good point. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie, what is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? No, I'm not doing it. This is a bad idea. I'm putting a stop to this. Max, I'm putting my foot down. I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. What is my reputation as the undefeated defense attorney not enough? Now I had to fly into the room? Hello, Caleb. How's it going? Welcome in. I hope you had a good weekend. You're just in time. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. No, Phoenix! Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Phoenix, head on straight, buddy. We got work to do. 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. And it is Von Karma again. And now the case of one... What? And we're back, just like old times. It's like we never left the courtroom. Sorry, I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. Perfect. It's about time we have the judge on our side for a change. Usually, I would say that this would require a new judge, but you know what? I'll let it slide. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. Whatever makes you happy, Your Honor, I'm on your side today. I'm gonna be nice to him today. I feel like I'm always yelling at the judge. Gonna make my life easy. Gonna be nice to him. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is to our advantage. I mean, I think it is. Ms. Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I mean, if the track record from before is anything, I mean, I'd say yeah. That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. Wait, what? Why? Wait, I won that one. What do you mean? It did not count. Do you hear me? I guess? No, I don't. She must still be upset about what happened last time. Talk about a sore loser. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. Well, that's not. I mean, to be fair, I'm 2-0 against the Von Karmas. I'm 2-0. So, like, they can lose maybe twice. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Now we're on the same page. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Wait, me? I'm not guilty. Wait, no. No, I'm not guilty, I swear. Your Honor, I didn't do it. What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring your dad back. There, opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Wait a second. Her opening statement had nothing to do with the trial and was just... Okay. Her opening statement was just putting me down. She didn't say anything about the trial. And we're cool with that? All right, sure. That works. You may now call your first witness, Ms. Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there now. Oh, man. Rosa, if you haven't seen Ace Attorney before, this is one of the prosecutors, Von Karma. And for some reason, they let her have a whip in the courtroom. And everyone seems to be okay with it. I seem to be the only person who has a problem with it. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, Detective, you may proceed with your testimony. Witness testimony, details of the events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. Snow stopped at 9:40, practice session stopped at 10. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. Gumshoe. You know what? That's fine. I won't question it. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Blunt force trauma. Do we have the murder weapon? I don't think we do have a murder weapon, do we? Not yet, at least. Gumshoe the goat is back. I know, I feel like we're seeing him on the stand a lot this game. Was he on the stand twice in the last game, too? I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Autopsy report added. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. Cause, blunt force trauma to the back of the head. A blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, so first thing that I want to do is check if I can read this autopsy report in any more detail. And it doesn't look like I can. I accidentally almost objected. That would have been really bad. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40. This seems pretty tight. I mean, to be honest, Gumshoe has nothing to hide. So we'll probably just have to pick him apart, right? Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. Snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow, there's got to be more to this. The snow stayed on the ground until the next day. And it wasn't that deep, but it's at least enough to get the snow prints in there, right? What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? I need to take a look at the court record because of the amount of snow? Okay, I mean, I don't know what else. Found at the crime scene. Was it found with any snow on it? I feel like that would probably be prevalent, right? A broken bottle, a circus map. I don't know what's really here that would help me, to be honest. We'll come back to it. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Gumshoe, don't say his victim. Come on, man. Help me out here. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Gumshoe, I can get that back for you, buddy. See me after this. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. My next client is Money the Monkey when this is all dusted. If Gumshoe keeps coming back, why not Meekins? I would love nothing more than Meekins to come back, Caleb. Oh, if Meekins came back, that would be so lit. I loved Meekins. I loved Meekins. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? I'm excited to see Lana and Emma again. I don't know when that is, but... Regina was playing with Regent while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. About his salary, probably, right? No, about maybe him marrying Regina? You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Oh, no, it wasn't salary. Oh, nope, it was marriage. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15. I'd like you to be a bit more specific. Okay, not a problem, pal. Hey! Oh, come on. Time to move on? What do you mean? We're getting to the good part. All right, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? Okay, I guess we can't press on that one for now. Okay, the victim was found bent over a wooden box. That looks like much more than a wooden box. That looks like a briefcase. A wooden box. That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. I mean, I'm not going to tell him it's not wood. I can't tell. But it doesn't look like just... I mean, I wouldn't describe this as a wood box. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. Okay, well, here we go. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention, it was locked. Locked, you say? Wooden box? Okay, alright, so I stand corrected. It was a wooden box. I was gonna object there, but I'm glad I didn't have to. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. Well, surely we can break it open, right? This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. About the box, the lock, or the content. Probably all of it. Hey, Hollow, welcome in. I was thinking Francisca was being quiet. Her opening statement, she didn't even talk about the case. She just said that the last one didn't count. I was like, yeah, but what about this one? I was like, if I was the state that hired her, I'd be like, what the heck? Stop bringing your personal grudges into work. It's more like a chest. Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Hollow, how was your weekend? This wooden box, you figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right? Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating. Why do you think it's lined with iron? I figured they just... Francisca, you called him up there. He was your first witness. I think we could all do without your guesses, detective. Stick to what little you actually know. She's so mean. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize. It's okay. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy. Oh, man. Much better. You may continue on, detective. Oh, how is the new Animal Crossing update? I haven't played it, but I want to. Is it good? Is it worth getting back into? I saw that they updated it. It's free, right? The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, right? You've done your homework, pal. Thanks, you just gave it to me. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. Oh, so we don't have the murder weapon. My theory is that it's something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, no, no. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Gumshoe, you're not helping. There wasn't much that we could go after Gumshoe at this time. He gave us the facts as he saw them, but there's got to be more to this. I didn't see anything, but that's why you're the lawyer and I'm the medium. Okay, so I love... This is so helpful, these little bars to tell you how much dialogue is left. I'm really enjoying the update, redecorating my island with all the new items. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to get into it. I'm a little nervous, though. I'm a little nervous to get into the new Animal Crossing update because I haven't visited my island in so long. It's probably covered in weeds and my house is probably covered in bugs, right? Do they still do that? Let's see. I think we can get some more information out of the box. But we already read through all this dialogue, so I'll skip it. But I think there are two other options. Yeah, about the lock. You said the box was locked, but how exactly was it locked? Well, it had quite a sturdy lock on it. Took quite a bit to open that bad boy up. Oh, so we did get it open. Nice. So when you found the box, it was locked, right? Yeah, it was. Some of the forensics team took it back to the precinct to crack it open. I see. Continue, Detective Gumshoe. Actually, Detective Gumshoe, I'm going to ask you the same question again, because I need to get that last bit of info from you, buddy. So bear with me. And brace yourself, because Von Karma might be coming for you. About the contents. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? What's in the box? Anyone? Anyone know? No, I'm too obscure? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? And what is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. A condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Now why in the world was it locked in that big box? This is interesting. There's only one little bottle in that huge box. Wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Small seasoning bottle added to the court record found inside the wooden box the victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. I like imagining you talking to us in chat as like Phoenix just talking to Maya during the trial. That kind of tracks, right? That kind of checks out. You think Phoenix gives as many side comments as I do? Honestly, probably. Probably. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're going to get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're going to get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we've wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Sorry, Gumshoe. I guess you gotta go, man. Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. Okay. That's rude. There's Chekhov's gun. Yeah, it's so weird to me that it's just pepper. Like, are we sure it's just pepper? This is just really, that's really odd. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. It's okay, buddy. That's all right. We're going to get you your wristwatch back after this. I know exactly where it is. I saw it earlier. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Ms. Von Karma, call your next witness. Wow, so nothing we really had to object to or anything like that. Gumshoe was pretty on the money this time. I would like to call... We just got to get through it. We just got to get through it. I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well. Listen, I'm here to interview Ben. I'm not here to interview Trillo. Oh, he's here. Oh, no. Please state your name and occupation for the record.
My full name is Trillo Quist. I am employed as an operator tenor.
I don't... Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist.
That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer.
Oh my. Franz is already pissed. Dude, if I was Von Karma and I had just lost a case, my very first case ever, and I got a rematch against the person that beat me in my very next trial, determined to get my revenge, and the witness that I call to the stand brings up his ventriloquist puppet and speaks on his behalf, I think I would lose my mind. That whip would be getting a lot of use. I'd be going crazy. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. I'll grace you with a song. You don't have to do that.
Ahem. Me.
The world of the law, exciting and daring. Guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? Was that a song? Was I supposed to... It had a good rhythm? Okay, I think I might have messed that up. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge.
Shut up. Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it.
It's so ugly, I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. Trillo's really mean. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. I can't tell if this is a bit. I can't tell. What's going on here? I'd like to know too, Your Honor. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this. I'm not worried about... No, Your Honor, no! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. I hope Ben is guilty. I hate him so much. What you witnessed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Oh, that's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. What is this diva doing in the courtroom with a whip? I know, and they just let her fling that thing around. No one questions it. But I speak up a little too much, and the judge is like, Phoenix, you better sit down or I'm going to hold you in contempt of court. And I'm like, sir, she brought a weapon. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. Well, we have the hat, and that was found at the scene of the crime, but I don't have the cloak or these roses. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, Couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? Don't bring Mo into this. Mo is the only sane one here. The only semi-sane one here. Leave him alone. He's got a point. No, it can't be the only normal guy. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. And why's that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat. This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Ms. Von Karma. Your Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. And scene. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay, I guess she's the boss again today. What you witnessed. Cross-examination. Okay, I feel like there's got to be a lot we can pick apart here. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge and the clown. The clown? You're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic, I can't stand him. You're one to talk, Trillo. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Hey now! Mo was at least, like, kinda nice to me. He was nice to Maya. He might not have been nice to me, but he was nice to my friend. He's not that bad a guy. Then what happened? Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went to the plaza's entrance. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went to the entrance. Can we throw Ben in jail? I hope so. What's up, Razor? How's it going? I hope so. Why the plaza's entrance? It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. I just realized when the puppet speaks, sometimes the guy turns his head and speaks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not a very good ventriloquist. Like, he's objectively a bad ventriloquist. Isn't the whole point about being a ventriloquist, like, you're not supposed to see the person's mouth moving? Ben is objectively a terrible ventriloquist. He's not good. I don't understand. Of course, I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez. Could it be any more dense? All together now. Okay. Oh, this is, everybody knows this? Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Sorry? My bad? He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to the story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss? There's no proof it was Max or Ben only saw Max. Well, if we want to be technical, wasn't it Trillo who saw Max? Or did they both see him? There's no proof it was Max. Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactica. Hey, you still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. All right, let's say it all together now, everybody. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright. I said I was going to be nice to him today. I said I was going to be nice to him. I said I was going to be nice to him. I said I was going to be nice to him. Great, I'm getting shut down by a toy. Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. And that was all, huh? This doesn't seem like it has a lot of holes in it either. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Why is he just punching... Why is he punching Ben as we have this conversation? Hey, what time was it? I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Well, there's our contradiction. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather?
Well, maybe you were...
What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Oh, because they were waiting for Regina, right? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories. Objection! But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. That's right. Put your foot down, Phoenix. This is our trial today. I'm not dealing with it. Mr. Wright, who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? Miss Regina Berry, Your Honor. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. He confessed to meeting with... Yes! I hate Ben! Arrest him! Ben needs to go. Ben needs to go, and Trillo can go with him, but they have to be separated. And they both need to be arrested. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Wah! Wah! You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Your Honor, surely this is enough to put him behind bars. Case closed. We might as well pin the murder on him too. Get him out of here. We're good. Trial solved. We're all home in time for lunch. How about it? Sounds like a good deal, right? Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well, well, well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. It seems that at this stage, I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Trillo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Maya, don't play into this. This is not Trillo versus Maximilian. No, it is Ben. It is Ben. It is Ben. It is Ben. They're not separate people. Well, Max is part of a bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, there's so many people. I actually don't know anymore. There's so many different people. Once practice was over, I left the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. And then I don't want to have to go through this all again. So what I'm gonna do is they said 10:30, right? I'm pretty sure they said 10:30. And so I am going to present this as evidence because clearly it says the time of death was 10:15. So how could he have seen the person at 10:30? And that doesn't seem like it was right. Off to a good start today. Off to a good start. All right, that was my first objection. Not going well. Might as well save while we're ahead of it. Okay. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? That's what I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Okay. Once practice was over, I left the tent with that. I think there was one more thing here, right? There was another thing that we could have pressed him on. Yes. No proof it was Max, but Ben only saw Max? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen? Okay. So, if he saw Max going to the tent, right? Who else could he have seen? It's between these three. And if we think he was waiting for Regina, it's not her. And if he was staying with Mo, it's not him. So it's got to be Russell Berry. That's the victim. That's correct. If Trillo was at the... Ben. So we're clear. If Ben was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Ow! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? Oh. All right. Point to Von Karma. I'll give you that one. All right. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. That makes perfect sense. I'm glad it does to you, Your Honor. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. Objection! I can do a good new Phoenix objection. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there's a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max. There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. All right. I'll spill the beans for real this time. Okay. Trillo. Ben. Your Honor. I just want to float the idea by you, Your Honor. This guy sucks. Straight up, he sucks. And, worth noting, he now admitted to lying on the stand. That's a crime. And I'm sure we could spin some story to pin the murder on him. And then we can just go home. I mean, he's admitting to a crime, right? It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Pain. Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. Hate that. Really don't like that. You were what? Propose? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. Maybe it should be. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain? Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. About the proposal, man. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. That's not true. We have it. I can object to that right now. You were going to propose. You. A puppet. No, guys, we've lost the plot. We've lost the plot. It wasn't the puppet. It was not the puppet. Why are this is huh? Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. She's trying to get witnesses to withhold evidence. Yeah, which is also a crime. It's crazy. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose. No, 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 no. I'm going to stop you right there. It literally does mean that. Okay. No. Your Honor. Judge. Oh, pretend I didn't hear that. His Honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright. Please continue with your cross-examination. About the proposal. I feel like this one's pretty quick, right? I don't even think I needed. The less I have to talk to Trillo, the better. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to him. It's still in my pocket. So you're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? This court is horrendous. This court is ridiculous. it's quite bad. Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not going to give it up that easily. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony. The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. I don't think any amount of getting out is going to help the judge from what these last 2 cases are. This poor man has had to wrap his brain not only around a ventriloquist who actually thinks his puppet is a sentient being, but the case before we were dealing with ghosts and spirits and summoning the dead. I'm going to give him a pass on this one and be like, you know what? Yeah, this stuff doesn't make sense in a vacuum. What do you mean horrendous? This is beautiful. I don't know if I'd describe it like that. All right, buddy. Let's get you off the stand. And never come back. Objection. What? What? Okay, maybe I jumped the gun. Maybe I have to press him a little bit more. I really wanted to not have to ever talk to him again, but I guess that's asking for too much. Hold it! So you went to the lodging house to give it to her. That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way. Max is shouting from the defense side. Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half and not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. So what about this present? Okay. We're just gonna go to the beginning. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. By proposal, you mean marriage, correct? Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become sort of outlaw biker gang together. Yeah. Okay, so that did nothing. I even had something to give to her. Maybe this is what I have to object to. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. Thank you, Von Karma. Look at that. A hatred of Ben brings 2 rivals together. How about it? If that's not poetry, I don't know what is. I knew I liked you, Von Karma. You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Those 2 nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. My joke? Time for this to end right here. Yes, get him, Von Karma. Yes! Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Push on anyway. I hope it goes towards Ben. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. Ow, it was me! Unlucky. I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina. Well, it's interesting that he had to revise this testimony. An engagement ring. Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Fair. Even more brilliant than the real thing. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's got to be something I can catch him on. It's just a ring. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for my chance to give it to her. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course. What a stupid question. Does he have pockets? You've got to be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry. Really? You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. But I objected to that, and it wasn't good enough. A cheap ring with a sparkle. Oh, so it's a cheap ring. I wonder why we had to revise this testimony. I kept it in my pocket. But you didn't. Excuse me. You didn't because I found this in the monkey's room. I'm going to save here because I don't want to get too far in and lose too much health. But maybe it's here that I know I got to present the ring. Objection! There we go. Nice. It was just finding the right spot. Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? Ben broke character. We can all stop agreeing that these are different people now, right? Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? That's mine. Give it back, thief. Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why, then, do I have it right here? Oh, Ben's gone, or Trillo's gone. Oh, no, he broke. What is going on here? Ben, say something. Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault? That filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats? Fiat? I like to think I read a lot, and this game throws a lot of random words at me. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey in every sense of the word. I see. Well then, Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Wait, is the monkey in court? Ah! Or is this just right there? No, wait. Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. Oh, the monkey's not in court. I thought the monkey was in court for a second. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trillo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey Money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point, and what could that possibly be? Ben doesn't exercise enough is crazy. If I had more health to spare, I'd choose that one. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Monkey the Money, or Money the Monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? Let me tell you. I'm saying that there's no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Bum, 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 bum. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Well, then tell me this. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Any proof that something slipped? Vigilant is not what I would describe him as. Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Wow. What is keep talking and nobody explodes? So it's a bomb defusal game that I'll be playing with Meep on Thursday. So you take turns. One person has the bomb that they have to defuse, and the other person has the instruction manuals on how to defuse the different bombs. The person defusing the bomb cannot see the instruction manual. The person with the instruction manual cannot see the bomb. And the person with the instruction manual has to tell the other person the steps to defuse the bomb. It's really fun. It's really hard. Meep and I don't know if we're good or bad at it. We've played it before. Just never on stream. It's really fun, but it's hard. So it'll be like, you know, if the bomb looks like this, you have to do this in this order. And so then if I'm defusing the bomb, I have to describe what the bomb looks like to Meep, and then she has to tell me what order to do things. It's really fun. It's a really fun game. The defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night. I've told you so many times you'd think you'd know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, Stick Boy. Stick Boy is crazy. And I'm sure it'll change some more. Where there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Let's get him. Witnessing Max. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina, but that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. What is it? Silk hat. White roses. I don't remember the other one. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max? That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. I'd say about 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Interesting. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. 2. No. 2 eyes. 2 eyes. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me? Only 2 of those eyes work. Just so we're clear. Want to keep everybody on track here. Seems like some of us are losing the plot. I'll be gone right about now. Have a good rest of your stream. Good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping in, Rosa. Yeah, it's pretty late for you, so yeah, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. The poor guy's lost. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. Well, excuse me. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it? Indeed, what time was it? I don't know. Oh, what time was it? Let me think. I'm no good at math. It was 10:10 p.m. That sounds about right. It sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene. So we saw Max. Okay, I want to make sure I got this right. He saw Max on the scene at 10:10. The crime took place at 10:15, and it took him 5 minutes to get the ring back or to come back from chasing the monkey. He was gone for 5 minutes. We're cutting it close. Have you thought about doing Minecraft or Hightail streams? Minecraft I've thought about, but I never really played Minecraft. Hightail looks very fun. I have considered playing Hightail. It seems easier to get into than Minecraft because it's newer. But I never played Minecraft as a kid, which is crazy, I know. I shouldn't say never. I played it like a couple times, but I never got very into it. It was always really hard for me to remember how to make everything, and all my friends would make these really cool things, and I couldn't really make them, so I never liked it. But I did think about playing Hightail, and I would play Minecraft if it was in a group, but I probably wouldn't play it myself. At least not until I understand it better. But I have thought about it, yeah. I've been looking into Hightail. It seems pretty fun. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my existence. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. It was boring till I started modding Minecraft. That's what I hear. I hear the mods are what make it fun. I like watching, there's a Cobblemon tournament going on right now with a bunch of streamers that I've been watching. I've been watching Squeaks and I've been watching Giga play Cobblemon. And like, I think Pixelmon is another one. Like where they put Pokemon in Minecraft. And I always thought that that looked really fun. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good night, good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trillo. I don't, these two. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist's act outside of the courtroom. Thank you, Your Honor. Someone had to say it. Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's got to be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Trillo's evening greeting, or Ben's half of the comedy act. What? Okay, so we're looking at what could be the problem. Trillo's evening greeting or Ben's half of the comedy act. Probably Ben's half of the comedy act. I feel like Ben's kind of ratting him out sometimes. I hate to say it, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that if excuse me, you're not trying to pass yourself off as a professional performer, are you? Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ow! You should know better. Ow! Wait, what the? Ow! That should have set him straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness. Well, hang on. Hold it right there. So it's his greeting then, right? That's the problem? Trillo's evening greeting? Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Wait, okay, I thought about that too. It strikes me as somewhat strange. And why would it strike you as strange? Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow! Your Honor! Help me out here! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof? I'm sure I've got proof. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony now. Interesting. What can we prove that would show that they have absolutely no reason to say, oh, an orange juice bottle that was found broken on the cafeteria floor. Didn't Max hit Ben in the head with this? I'm pretty sure, right? Objection! Yeah! Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Yeah, this does suck that we have to be like, Your Honor, listen. Our client did smash a wine bottle over this guy's head. He's not the murderer, but he does have a history of violence. Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ow. Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There is absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival.
Objection!
Objection! Are you saying this witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just... That's quite enough from you, Mr. Quist. Yeah! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? Can you explain your theory for who the witness saw that night? He saw the defendant, he saw a different person, or he didn't see anyone? I don't think he saw anyone. God, I want it to be Ben so bad. I don't think he saw anyone. I don't have a single piece of evidence that would show that he saw Maximilian Galactica, right? Well, we're trying to make it seem like he didn't see Max Galactica. And I don't think I have any evidence that shows that he saw a different person. So it's gotta be that he didn't see anyone. Of course, the witness didn't see a soul that night. I see. Who do you think you are, just up and deciding what you think it is I saw? A fool can only understand a foolish foolery uttered by the most foolish of fools. This witness didn't see anyone. You wouldn't happen to have proof to back up that statement, would you? Well... Oopsie. I don't think I have proof for any of these guys. He saw the defendant or he saw a different person. What proof do I have that he saw a different person? The broken bottle wouldn't help. The map probably wouldn't help. The monkey? I don't know. He saw a different person? Or he saw the I don't know. Could you explain your theory about... I guess he saw a different person. He has truth, trust. I'm glad you have faith. I don't. How's it going, Driel? Welcome in. I'm stumped on this one. I guess I'll try you saw a different person. I don't know. I'm guessing. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. True. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it. What in the world? Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trillo saw that evening? Well, it could only be a couple. Who did Trillo see if it wasn't Max and it wasn't Regina? I mean, he went back to the room with Mo. I mean, it's gotta be the victim. And it makes sense. This guy's his employer, right? Of course he would say good evening to his employer. Gotta figure it out? I think I did. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. I promised I would be nice to him. 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 I promised myself that I would be nice to him. No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring. We went over this. It's the ringmaster. Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point. Yeah, I do. I do. What is this game? I don't know anymore. Have a very hectic week ahead of me. I'll stick around for a bit, but I'll probably leave in about 30 minutes. No worries. Thanks for stopping by while you can. My busy week was last week, so I get how you're feeling. I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? Mm-hmm. You're correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct? Nope. Answer that question, Mr. Quist. How many times is this guy gonna explode before he doesn't come back? Order! How do you respond to this? Wait a second. Well, at first, I thought it was the old man. But, once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. Yeah, because these two look just alike. I mean, I could definitely see how you mistake one for the other. I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant the witness saw that night. No one else could ever have roses and a hat. I mean, maybe it was dark out. I feel like even if you wore a hat, I mean, come on. I don't think it's that hard to mistake them. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. Yeah, you got a point, although can't anyone put on a silk hat and whatever the other things are? 3 symbols? This is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Everyone together now. Yes, we know. The cloak, that's the 3rd one. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Objection! A silk hat and a cloak, anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? I said they'd look good on me. Well, the witnesses and I refuse to remember. I don't blame you. I can't blame you. Well, the witnesses endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? Could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. Now, why would Russell be dressed as Maximilian Galactica? What? It was a black and white flashback and 90% of it was just Flash. Yeah, but I feel like Ben, they even got me worked up, man. I feel like Ben would have been able to tell, right? Right? Ms. Von Karna, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. I think we finally won a point in this one. Phoenix won, Von Karma won. That is very unfortunate. Huh? Oh, cue the music. You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this person, or that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Then why are we talking to Ben? Wait. If the only person who can verify who was there, why are we talking to Ben? He is like, okay. I just like don't want to talk to him ever again. An answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing, that there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Boom. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. All right. That went pretty well, I'm not going to lie, right? Guys, trust the blue badger did it. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the blue badger. That thing was creepy. I did not like the blue badger. December 29th. Wait a second. If today's December 29th, if this is a 3-day trial, it'll end on New Year's Eve. How about that? Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? So while he was there, the ringmaster left the room. Staring at it for an hour didn't help the badger's image. That's true. And that dang tune, listening to that dang music, I remember I had to mute it. It was too much. Exactly. He told me to wait in the back or in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the crime scene, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume. Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means? It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Now, why would he do that? Fabulous. That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at this crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You know what? I think you chose the right path. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. I remember the last case of the previous game was just before Christmas. God, I hope Wright is getting holiday pay for all this overtime. Wait, was it? Was Maya's case right? Yeah, I guess you're right. It was winter, right? Dang, we're working overtime. That's crazy. This case better, for as much of a headache as this case is for Phoenix, God, I hope he's making a good bag. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown. Don't call him pitiful. He's like the only one I like. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did you just call him a pitiful clown? Why does he look so sad? Mo, come on. It isn't all that bad up there. Edgeworth's big case was a Christmas case, as well as DL6 itself. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. I sometimes I see the memes now. Like, I'll see an Ace Attorney meme and I'm like, oh, I get that one. And sometimes I see one and I'm like, oh, I don't get that one. And I turn away really quick. Because I'm like, if I think too much, I might get it. I might get it spoiled. Hey! In what the? Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what's the best suited to this sort of occasion. Or what joke is the best suited. No jokes. No jokes, Mo. No jokes. Ace Attorney always trends during Christmas. It's our fandom's holiday and no one else's. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Maybe next year we'll do like a anime watch along for Christmas or something. You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. I always see edits of Phoenix and Miles arguing about just like random topics, but then they just change the text from the game to make it so it matches what they're talking about. It's really funny. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Mo! Mo, now it's not that time. Let's get serious. Come on. Oh, they didn't like it. Okay. How about this one? Have you met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts. How is that one? Sorry, Mo. Now you know how I felt when you didn't laugh at my joke. Hurts, doesn't it? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? Without the humor, please. Okay. Poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. Oh no, he has to be a little more professional up there. What you witnessed. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. Wow, this crowd's really getting to him. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Me too, Mo. Me too, man. Boy, if I've ever related to something you've said. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm useless. This is so sad. But Mo, I don't think this is the testimony that we were shooting for. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Oh, no. Oh, poor Mo. Mo's trauma dumping, right? Just a little bit. Mo, I think there's a time and place, man, and I don't think it's here and now. Mo's just like me for real. Oh my gosh. That was funny. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Now I feel bad for when I was mean to him. He's trying his best. We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you. I can't wait. All right, now we're back to business. Oh no, is it going to be Gumshoe? Poor guy. Sorry, Gumshoe. You're going to have to take one for the team here. I did my time. Now that that's settled, shall we once again begin with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. Even Francisca takes pity on him. Yeah, that's when you know it's bad. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw the two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. I wonder if he went back with Trillo. With Ben! I need to stop. They're getting to me, man. I'm losing my sanity. Trillo's not real. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Well, hang on. Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off kilter? Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? He's your witness. He's your witness. Wait a second. Why am I responsible for it? Do I get a fresh health bar? Nope. Okay. And we're saving. Mo, we're gonna have to save. I don't trust him. Save. The night of the murder, I went straight back to my room. I need to know if this was with Ben. You'd say the practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., right? See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock. That's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. No. Well, am I really gonna get penalized? They can give me one pass. Let's pretend. Let's just pretend it's 8 o'clock. You know you want to hear the joke. A man goes to his doctor, and the doctor asks, how is number... Sorry, Mo. So, I tried to help you. Something, 6'7". Dude, my mom knows what 6'7" is. Did I tell you guys this? I was talking to my mom, and she brought it up. She's like, do you know that 6'7"? And I was like, boy, do I. Ow. You knew what would... Oh, I'm getting a call. Oh, my sister's trying to FaceTime me. I'll have to call her later. You knew what would happen. Don't look at me like that. Did what? No way. I got penalized? That's not fair. Come on. That's not fair. That's not fair. Do I what? Do I know what 6'7" is? Now I do. I have the 6'7" emote in Fortnite. If that's not knowing what 6'7" is, I don't know what is. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. Okay, we'll do it for real this time. Now 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can rip out. Okay, let's not pretend it was 8. Let's go for 10. What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. Maya, we got penalized for it. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. And 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony? When will they put Miles Edgeworth in Fortnite? That would go so hard, and at this point, I wouldn't put it past them. They put a VTuber in there. You're so boring. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. Hold it. You were pooped that night. Yes, I was very tired, not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. The double cheese, double bean enchiladas, a dangerous menu item. What happened after that, as they say, happens. I don't get penalized for this. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. Let's see, this game was written in probably like 2002, 2003. Was that a thing back then? Did the kids love the toilet humor back in the day? I was pretty young. I don't think I liked it. But maybe I did. Wait, did they actually put Miles Edgeworth in Among Us? Pause. You serious? Miles Edgeworth Among Us. Oh my gosh, they did. Whoa. That's sick as heck. Official Edgeworth skin for Among Us. That's crazy. Is there a Phoenix Wright one? There's no Phoenix Wright. It looks like it's just Miles, huh? Oh no. Oh no, there's not one. It looks like it's just Miles. That's pretty cool. Oh wow, they're probably okay. I'm gonna stop before I get any spoilers. I saw future Edgeworth there, and I'm gonna stop myself before I come across something I shouldn't. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Just Edgeworth, missed opportunity. Usually Fortnite will have a couple bundles, so I'd probably get Phoenix, Edgeworth, maybe Apollo. This clown is clairvoyant. He predicted the Skibbity toilet. Wait, you're right. Holy shit. Wait, I take it back. This game was ahead of its time. Whoa. Mo, I am sorry I ever doubted you. You are funny. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. No way. There's actually no shot. What? That's not my fault. That's not my fault. No. Okay, well now I'm afraid to press him on anything. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw I'm so afraid to press him on anything now. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away. This one seems pretty good to press on. Right? Hold it! Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet? That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. This case pissed me off when I played. I'm missing something right now. I'm afraid. I'm going to be mad if I press him again and he goes off on a joke. But this one seems... The reason that he throws... By the way, he was wearing a cloak. It just seems... This seems like a gimme, right? This seems like it's safe. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away. Are you going to play Ace Attorney Investigations? Yeah, I plan on... At this point, I really like it. I'm probably going to play through everything that they got. Everything they got on PC, at least. And I guess if there's some stuff that's like only on Switch, I could do that because I have a... What do you call it? The thing that... Like a capture card? I have a capture card. So yeah, I do plan on playing Investigations. I plan on playing all of it. I really want to play... Oh, you should play Investigations before the Apollo Justice trilogy? Really? Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. I was going to go the first three, Then I was gonna play the two great Ace Attorneys, and then I was gonna do Apollo Justice. But maybe I squeeze in Investigations in there. Everything's on PC? Good. Yeah, I really want to play the prequel games. They seem really fun. Investigations is pre-time skip. Okay. I think I played one of the Investigations games. I can't remember which one, though. If there's only one, it was that one. That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night, but things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Ms. Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the Ringmaster. That seems like a problem. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays. Do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? All right, everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Enough foolishness. Get back on track. Probably the first Ace Attorney Investigations game since the second didn't get an official localization until last year. Wait, really? That's the last thing that they have to adapt, right? I think everything else is adapted. Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, if they made a localization last year, doesn't that kind of point towards, I don't know, maybe we're getting a new game soon? I want to catch up before we get a new game, though. Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw? I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked the Ringmaster over the head. You say you saw the Ringmaster get clunked? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non-sequitur. Huh? That's not a word. Non-sequitur. They're throwing the big words at me. No, it is. Non-sequitur. A conclusion or statement that does not logically follow from the previous argument or statement. Well, I'll be. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you saw everything, didn't you? Meekins came back as a clown? I don't know. Meekins? I feel like Mo is too proud. Meekins, I think, was so timid. Mo is not afraid to get up there and at least try his jokes. Hoping for more. I want more. Localization was in 2024. That 13 years, I mean, honestly, in my brain, it's still 2025, so that's last year for me. Yeah, 13 years for an English release is kind of crazy, especially when all the other games were already released. I didn't see a weapon. Why are you laughing? What did you see, Mo? What did you see? Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. If anyone's harassing your witness, it's you. You keep whipping him. You'd better not, or you'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. If you don't, you know what's waiting for you. A nice penalty? That's a game over. That's a nice penalty. Holy. Gulp. Isn't this a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Okay. Any reason that he could not have seen the crime? The crime took place here. Mo's here. And it was blizzarding pretty hard. Any reason that he didn't see the crime? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, isn't 4 bars crazy? And I feel like if I say, of course I don't, then I'm going to get penalized either way. So it's got to have something. Yeah, Acro's on the 3rd floor. That's the acrobat who has the pet monkey, right? And if the crime took place here and Mo's here... Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? If I say, of course I don't, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to get penalized. Of course I have grounds to make this claim. Then let's hear it. That's something I can't share with you at this time. Oh? Oh? It's time to pull out the old bluff. I think so. Wait, we're kind of finessing him right now. I know there's something wrong with this testimony, but I can't put why I feel this way into words for the judge. Maybe we should get a bit more information. Once we have something more solid, we can give it another shot. Mr. Wright, before... Huh? Say what? What do you mean? But I didn't even get a chance. You didn't even let me try. Okay. I wonder if I soft locked myself. No. Rest in peace, Max. See you later. It should have been Ben. Sorry, Max. You can blame Mo. This isn't my fault, bro. It's Mo's fault. Did I soft lock myself? I don't think so, because I usually always save on 2 different files in case I do that. Because I think I soft locked myself as a kid. But let's see. I mean, we're about to find out. If I say no here, then I absolutely soft locked myself. Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I don't. Oh, they actually let me live off that. Okay. Right now, I don't think I have a clear basis. Then this is just another one of your pointless efforts to badger my witness. Now wait a second, Ms. Vaughn. Oh, I thought I actually did soft lock myself. But we're good. The judge saved me there. This time I do not feel the need to treat Mr. Wright so harshly. I knew it was a good idea to be nice to him today. That's right, what he said. If we must penalize Mr. Wright for his display, I think a verbal censure would be best. Huh? You know the rules, Mr. Wright. There's no room for baseless hounding in this courtroom. So if you're on your last health bar, you can soft lock yourself, it looks like. Sweating profusely? Ooh. I know I dodged a bullet there. I guess he didn't really bail me out after all. You know, most testimony and what he told us yesterday are kind of different. Are they? Okay, well then I'll find out. The problem is I can't press him on anything because I'll get penalized. Okay. We pressed him on that. We pressed him on that. We got penalized for it. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. We'll try this one, I guess. You just happened to glance out the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Oh! You just gotta out-clown the clown. It's simple. If it's simple, I'm struggling. But you're right. You're right. I have to think like Mo. I'm gonna keep pressing. I'm gonna go for it. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Yes, okay, we're on to something. Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Do you guys want me to point out something that you're not going to be able to unsee? Because, to be quite honest with you, when Mo is in this stance looking at us like this, I think this looks less like a red nose and more like the point of his nose got cut off. Am I crazy? I don't know. But to me, it looks more like that than it looks like a clown nose. In the other stances, he's fine, but this one I worry for his health a little bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot.
Mo.
Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Got your nose! Literally. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Anyone else knows his hat matches his emotions? Wait, does it? That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the table in our favor. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away. Okay, here, we'll press on this. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like... I guess you could say... That image is going to stick in my head for the rest of the night. Thanks, Press. Gotta go now. Hey, I'm just doing my job. Well, thanks for stopping by, Drill. Have a good one. See ya. Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. How'd you know that I was going to make a joke? Haha. I guess that the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yeah, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... That's when I saw two silhouettes. And that's what made me take a look outside. And then you saw two silhouettes that were far away. Have you watched JJK Season 3? Not yet. I did years ago. I mean years ago when it was coming out. I read the arc. But I don't remember anything about it. And so I do need to catch up on the anime because I just remember being really confused when I read it. Like about all the rules of the calling game. But no, I have not. I mean, I know it's about the calling game, but I have not watched any of it yet. Is it good? I hear it's good. But I hear it's very confusing like in the manga. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, yeah, 30 feet. Okay, so what would be the point then? What would be the point of him revising this testimony? I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. He heard a huge noise. Why would he have to revise this testimony? I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. I think it's good, but I haven't seen episode 3 yet. I like Yuta. Yuta's a cool character. I mean, obviously you know him, obviously, from JJK0, like the movie, but yeah, I like Yuta. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. Why would they revise this testimony? I heard a huge noise outside the window. I'm gonna press one more time in case I missed something. What was the sound like? Then mode doesn't really give us anything. It sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. And then he went and looked at the window. Saving my game. What could we object to someone getting hit really hard? Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. I mean, it wouldn't make that big of a sound, would it?
Objection!
Nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's when I saw two silhouettes that were a bit far away. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. Yuta's my favorite character, but Megumi is my favorite curse technique. Dude, Yuta's so cool. He's so cool. He was like the original main character, because didn't JJK 0 come out before JJK? Like, wasn't the prequel actually made as, like, to be a one-volume thing, and then it became so popular that he made it a whole series, right? But Yuta was the original main character, if I remember correctly. You say you saw it, but you were far away. I had been thinking it over and over, but things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor. And now I'm 100% certain that it was Max. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. It was supposed to be a one-shot manga. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad he kept writing. I heard a huge noise. Oh, okay. I heard a huge noise outside the window. Would this prove anything? No. Would this prove anything? No. The salary negotiations would not help us here. The poster would not help us here. The bottle. That would be in the cafeteria. That's not going to help us. This map, I still don't think is really going to help us. A monkey who takes care of Acro. That's probably not going to help us. That won't help us. Maybe this?
Objection!
Nothing. Nothing. Dang, okay. Have you heard anything on JJK Modulo? So I haven't, because I've purposefully been avoiding it because I never finished the manga. However, when I was in Japan, I picked up a copy of Shonen Jump, and it just happened to be the Shonen Jump that had JJK Modulo Chapter 1 in it. So I have an original copy of JJK Modulo Chapter 1 in Weekly Shonen Jump. But no, I have not looked at it yet. I won't let myself until I finish, which I will do at some point. And then I'll let myself look at it. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. Okay, but wasn't he also wearing his hat? Objection! Okay. This is tough. This is really tough. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. So there was a noise that he heard before this. Before this. Right? A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene. I didn't see a weapon.
Objection!
Objection! Okay, now I think I do. Now I think I do have a... Right? Do you have any clear basis to believe that the witness did not see the crime? I'm going to say yes now. And I wonder if him tweaking his testimony is enough reason for me to say yes. The witness is very untestable. Yes! Okay, sorry, that was really loud. Yes! I got it. I got it. I was, because he's like, his one testimony had said, after they revised it, that he heard the noise and then looked outside. But that last piece of his testimony still said that he saw him get hit. But if he heard the loud noise, he would have seen him get hit after. Yes, that one felt good. That one felt really good. The witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath, because that seems to matter still. I kept watching them. I'm gonna sneeze. Hey, shit! Just one, huh? Nah, there's a second. It's coming. Maybe not. I almost never just sneeze once. I almost always sneeze twice. It's still tickling. It's not coming out. I kept watching him, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo's to be believed that when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 19... Wait, what? Wait, what'd you say, Mo? Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anchor this court? No, no, no. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Let's go. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Huh? Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Oh, isn't that like witness tampering or something, right? That's not allowed, Von Karma. Von Karma? Tampering with witnesses again. So now you're saying you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. He was on... Did he just say he was on permanent vacation? That's crazy. Mr. Curls, you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify to this silhouette you saw. And I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Holy. Got it. Okay, the silhouette. I have a feeling we're almost to the end of the court session. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. Von Karma should be locked up, that's what I'm saying. Well, her dad is, but she should join him. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. The murder weapon here, I think, is going to be really important. It's not... I feel like they usually give it to us pretty early. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever. This should finally be good enough, yes? It is I promised I was going to be nice to him. I promised I was going to be nice to him. I promised I was going to be nice to him. Was Max really at the scene of the crime that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. All right, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. The silhouette. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his baby symbols. Trillo said the same thing, but if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself, but just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You're sure of that? Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. Black cloak? Huh? Mo? I don't think so. You're sure that that is what you saw that night? Exactly what I saw, or exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. Bars. I've got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. Objection. A black cloak?
Objection!
I don't think so. His cloak is purple. You work there, Mo. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Everyone get ready. I love Maya. Dude, I love Maya so much. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.1415925. That's all I know. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. I see what you did there. Order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? Also, his cloak is purple. To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
Objection!
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail.
Objection!
Objection! But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
Objection!
Objection! Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. Real quick, just to be safe. Come on. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness had stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Not so fast. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness, you and me both. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature? Sorry, Mo. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. Huh? This seems really rash, Your Honor. Let's hold our horses. Nick, this is your last chance. Here we go. There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there, especially the silk hat. There is no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Why is it all of a sudden on me? Just one chance? I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me that there's a contradiction with Mr. Krill's statement, You'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. What kind of cereal do you guys like? Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my go-to, and I like Cookie Crisp too. What about you? I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Okay, we got one chance. Does that count with my presses? There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. I don't think we're going to be able to prove that. However, all the other symbols were there, I'm equally sure. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mo, be honest. Ow! You promised Mr. Phoenix, right? No more badgering. Wait, I'm not allowed to press him? I hope you enjoy— What? What? No. That's not fair. I was just trying to get more information out of him. Wait a second. No. That seems— No, come on. Sorry, Max. My bad, bro. I tried. Huh. I can't remember which one. I think it was this that was the previous save, right? The second one. Got one last chance at this. Okay. Silhouette part 2. So it's the last part of his testimony then, that he was wearing it the entire time, because we found it at the crime scene. What do you think, Nick? Oh, here we go. There's gotta be an answer. Dude, Maya is so funny. That's my favorite pose. That's my favorite pose. Okay. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. Objection. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Ms. Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... Haha, got her. The silk hat fell off at the crime scene, which means he wasn't wearing it the whole time. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Oh, got him. Boom, boom, boom. Order! Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honor. What is... Wow, he is angry. What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Just because you're sitting above me, oh, Mo's mad. And no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. That's kind of cold. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? Oh, they're fighting. They're fighting. The girls are fighting. I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo, what do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave? You can't ask me that. What? Why? Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. Objection! Objection! This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Ms. Von Karma's protest is useless. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is, how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene? I can't save. I can't save. I can't save my game. It's do or die. Okay. Guess we've really got to lock in now. Okay. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene? Do we have anything to prove that the criminal didn't just simply walk away? I think we do. Were there any footsteps in the snow? Because I didn't see any here. Right? Alright, we'll keep that one in the back burner just in case, but an orange juice bottle that was found broken from before. I think it's the... I think it's this, because there would be more footprints, right? Think outside of the box. I also thought about this. Like... But I don't think, I mean, if his sole purpose was to kill Russell, I don't think he cares about the box. Or maybe he does. I don't know what this is. But overall, I mean, if he walked away, we'd see footprints. Oh, but isn't that like where, that would just mean that he's flying away because he's Maximilian Collector. I'm going to try it. Hey, it worked. Look at this picture. Did they change all the text? It used to be look at this photograph and I would sing Nickelback, but I swear in this game, it's always look at this picture. They took away my one thing. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints. In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Mo's acting really guilty. I don't think he did it, but man is his testimony bad. Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. What were you telling us before? Mo, you wait a second. Is it just me or do you guys like to sleep with noise in the background like videos or music? I do not. I can, but I usually like to have like dead silence. But sometimes I will throw my TV on, like an hour timer, throw on some YouTube and try and sleep that way. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are going to get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes, the testimony you've provided up until now has been false. It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Wow. Order! I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? And scene. Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. And what opinion is that? It's not funny. Huh? That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls. You're not gonna believe this. Well, that's all true, I tell ya. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Oh no. What are we about to get into? This is a long court session. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he flew away. Dead silence makes every noise louder and it makes me sleep worse. That's fair. That's fair. This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. Wow.
That's why there were no footprints.
Flying people don't leave footprints. I can see now why she maybe asked him to leave that part out. However, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can just tell the witness not to talk about something. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was... How do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believed the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? His eyes were playing tricks. This is all a dream. I think he's telling the truth. And the reason I think he's telling the truth is there is a disappearance of the footprints. We don't see any. I actually do think he's telling the truth. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he's telling the truth? That's what I think. Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used magic. Yikes, you're right. Ow! Yeah, but it could be anyone trying. That doesn't... Just because he flew away doesn't mean it's Max for sure. The murderer would still have the footprints where he stood. That's a good point. I guess I don't know whose these are. It almost looks like there's two sets, right? I don't know, though. What's autoplay do? I don't know. Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. Yeah, because in the last case, we dealt with spirits and summoning the dead. And that was realistic enough for court. But we draw the line at flying. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile. If you disregard a need for proof, Ms. Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Wow. December 29th, 2:33 p.m. Hey, sweeties. What in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret of their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is to hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best to catch this sucker. I want it to be Ben so bad, but I don't think that Ben is athletic enough to fly. Unfortunately, it might be someone else. Maybe it's Acro. Oh, no. All right, I know who it is. I already know who it is. I'm going to read through. Oh, I don't even need to check this out. I know exactly who it is. It's Acro. Don't tell me if I'm right. Don't tell me if I'm right. This is just my theory. It's Acro. Acro killed him, and then he's an acrobat, and he flew up to his room on the 3rd floor. Or it was money. Or it was money. It was the monkey. Dude, I think we're onto something. That's my story. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. But if things get desperate, and we we have to pin it on someone. I'm all for pinning it on Ben. I'm so down for that. Like, actually so down. Do you think acrobats can just fly? Well, Max can't either, right? I mean, like Max, I don't think can fly. Do you think acrobats, they kind of do the same thing. They work with wires, right? What's an acrobat? I mean, I know what they are, but like, what is one really? What is an acrobat? An entertainer who performs spectacular gymnastic feats. I feel like that counts. I feel like he would be able to fly. Yeah. I think so. Maybe I'm off. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So why would Acro be able to fly? Because, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Like, when acrobats, they do like crazy flips in the air, right? Like, because they're gymnasts. So I would assume that he's used to doing that stuff. You know, I would assume he's used to at least being in the air. So, like, if he could have set something up where he has, like, ropes strapped to his apartment, he could hit him and then make his getaway. And since he's dressed like Maximilian Galactica, everyone would think, oh, it's Max because he's flying, right? Because Max flies. Because no one in this world seems to have critical thinking and knows that there's wires. So everyone's like, oh, Max flies. It's got to be the guy that can fly. It's got to be him. The acrobat says he's on the 3rd floor. After the kill, he got pulled up by the invisible lines. That's what I'm saying. We're on to something. I think we're on to something. It's probably more complicated than that, but I can't wait for you to meet Acro. The bar for characters in this case is pretty low, so I hope I like him. But that's going to do it for me on this one. We'll probably play more Ace Attorney next week. In the meantime, tomorrow we're off. Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, if you guys are interested. I will be playing Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes with Meep. So you guys Meep will be on stream for the first time. It's my first collab. I don't know if it counts as a collab since it's with my friend. But yeah, it should be fun. We've played the game before. We really like it. It's really hard. It's a really hard game. Look up some gameplay of it if you're curious. But other than that, I'll see you guys Thursday. It should be a good time. I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern. I pushed it a little bit since Meep sometimes has to work a little later. So we might have to push it a little bit, but as of right now, 8 p.m. Eastern. Besides that, this was fun. Sorry again I had to cancel last week, but I think we're good now. Last week was just really busy, but I think we're good. Awesome. Well, whether you are just waking up in the morning, settling in on your lunch break, or, having a cup. I messed it up again. I need to write it down. I'm going to write it down right now. And before every stream, I will pull it up. Whether you're just waking up in the morning. Haha! Whether you're just waking up in the morning, stopping by on your lunch break, or settling in after dinner, thanks for hanging out and having a cup of coffee with me, and I will see you guys in the next stream. See ya!